This is the question asked in today's SkillRack Daily Challenge. Our task is to find the length of the longest substring which contains the characters SR alternatively in it. So for the first test case, our expected output is 10. So let us see how we are getting the value 10. So first we are able to form a substring which contains SR. So this is our first substring, and then again here we are able to form a substring SR, and again it is followed by SR, so it can also be included, and again SR. So until this we are able to form a substring which contains only SR in it. So this is our second substring, and we are not able to form a substring other than these. So now we are going to compare the length of these two substrings and print the maximum as our output. So the length of first substring is 2 and the length of this substring is 10. Hence we are printing our output 10. Now let us see our sample test case 2. So here the first substring that can be formed is here SR, and again it is followed by SR. So this is the first substring, and here we are not considering this SR because the S is in uppercase. Hence we are starting from here, and again here there is a substring which has SR, and again it is followed by SR. So this is the second substring, and here there is a substring SR, and here there is a substring SR, and then at last also we have a substring SR. So in this case we have 5 substrings with SR in it, and the length of the longest substring is 4. So we are printing 4 as our output. Now let us see our sample input 3. Here there is only one substring which has SR in it. So the length of it would be our output. Hence we are printing 2 as our output. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. This is the program I have written. First I have declared a character array named S of size 101, and then I have declared integer variables named max and POS and set their values to 0 and -1. And in the next line I am accepting the input string using this scanf statement. Now we are going to implement the logic to find the length of longest alternating substring with SR. So to do that we are going to traverse through every characters present in the string S. So we are creating a for loop that iterates from 0 till the string length of S. In every iteration we are going to check whether the current character is S and the next character I plus 1 is R. And we are also including a condition I greater than or equal to POS. So we shall see why we are including this in this else part. So as of now, if the current character is S and the next character is R, then we are creating a new integer variable named count and setting its value to 2, because we have found a substring SR and the length of SR is 2. So we are setting the value of count to 2. Now we have to check whether the characters preceding this SR also has SR alternatively. So to do that we are creating another J loop that iterates from I plus 2. So the reason is the first character I is S and the I plus 1 is R. So the next character would be I plus 2. So we are starting from I plus 2 and we don't know how many characters would be present alternatively. So we are iterating till the string length of S and we are incrementing its value by 2. And in every iteration we are checking whether the current character of S of j is equal to S and S of j plus 1 is equal to R. And if the conditions are satisfied, then we are going to increment the value of count by 2, because we have found another alternating SR. And if this condition is not satisfied, we are going to break out of our loop. And before breaking, we are going to store the value of j in the variable POS. So now let us see why we are including this condition I greater than or equal to POS. So for this example, at a stage the I loop would have found this longest substring, and when the j loop goes to this S, it would have break out because of the k present next to it. And now after finding this substring, the I loop would be again checking for substrings from this S, but it is definitely not going to be a bigger substring, because we have already found a bigger substring than that. So instead of wasting our time, we are going to store the position of j in POS and start checking for the next substrings from this particular s. So our program would be consuming a little amount of less time. So this is the reason why we are including this condition I greater than or equal to POS, and we are storing the value of j in POS. And when this for loop finishes its execution, we would have found the length of the largest substring at the current iteration of I. So we are checking whether the count is greater than max, and if it is, then we are updating the max variable with count. And similarly, when this condition is being applied for every ith iteration, we would have found the largest substring length, and the value would be stored in the max variable. So finally, after execution of the I loop, we are printing the value of max. So now let us give sample test cases for our program. Now I have given the sample input 1 and our expected output is 10. So we are also getting 10. Now I have given the sample input 2 and our expected output is 4. So we are also getting 4 as our output. And for the third test case, our expected output is 2 and we are also getting 2. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.